Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity Deadfire, where last time we made it all the way to the bottom of the dig site and we went into the sub-level after having reunited with our buddy Aloth, and we touched this Pillar of Adra, which had lost its luster before, but once we touched it, we saw Aothis, and he spoke to us about something beautiful coming. Well, then he severed the connection with this Adra stone, and now it's glowing. So, our assumption is that he was absorbing the souls from the Adra. But now that he's cut himself off from it, he's not. Although that begs the question, why did he do that? Not why did he, why is he absorbing souls? Although that's a question to ask as well. But why did he bother cutting us off from it? Like, what would have been, I guess he really doesn't want us to follow him, but would he really be, like, worried that we're following him? I mean, he's a god and a giant colossus statue. And I mean, I know Klesia has quite the reputation, but he kind of took all of her powers when he stole half her soul. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. There's a lot of questions and no answers, which is how it should be at the beginning of a game, I suppose. If I had all the answers already, you know, wouldn't be much left to play, right? Oh, hello. I've also reinstalled the game on a better hard drive, so now we are going to get faster load screens, which is going to be very, very nice. As the souls move past you, some turn their heads in your direction, but most seem fixated below you, on the Adra pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their heads in thanks, or raise a hand to acknowledge your presence.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Souls. Dozens of them. Maybe hundreds. They're all going to the Adra pillar. Oh, nothing really. I just saved countless souls by re-illuminating the Adra pillar. Thank the gods. The island's lost souls are finally heading to the Adra pillar. Let's go with 3.
It's up to the gods to look after him now. You did good, Watcher.
She smiles, warm and relieved. I did do good, didn't I? Thank you, Jyoti. A small group of souls has started to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures for your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Why don't you just go to the Adra pillar?
We would, and we appreciate that you showed us the way, but what if the Adra goes dark again before we reach the beyond?
The other souls shuffle anxiously and look to each other, then back to you. I mean, we've already got a couple following us, right? That we picked up at the shipwreck? Sure, what's a couple more? Very well. Follow me.
Can I harvest the souls now?
Aloth nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips. Yes, of course. If you want. We don't have time for this. Yes, of course.
Thank you for aiding my mission, Watcher. I just knew you'd help me if I followed you.
Aloth nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips still. Jyoti glides her hands in a series of motions that resemble a martial art or an intricate dance. As she slides a circle around the area, she begins swinging her lantern faster and faster and farther from her body until an ephemeral light flares from inside. The lure is great, or what? The lure is answered, and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's cage to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
You're welcome. Now get in that lantern. Stuff them all in there. Nice and tight. There we go. Perfect. We'll use their power when the time comes. It's good to be a watcher. Okay, so I believe if I look at our quests, I have no tasks. Return to Clario and locate more pillars of luminous Adra. I can't sense Aothis' presence any longer, which means I won't be able to track him down directly. But if Aothis is using the luminous Adra pillars throughout the Deadfire archipelago as a source of energy, I may be able to pick up his trail again by finding more luminous Adra sites. The Valian Trading Company has a vested interest in locating luminous Adra. Governor Clario might be able to point me in the right direction. Okay. Before we leave, let's go talk to Vanessa, see if she has anything more to say.
We will remain
Nope.
here to see to our dead.
Alright, watch out for that exploding barrel. I don't know why you guys have it. I guess they were maybe blowing their way through the ground or whatever you do with TNT. I don't know. I just found out that I work with a guy. Or I work with. I guess he's my boss, technically. I don't really know. You should probably know that. But he is certified. I forget the exact name of the certification, but he's certified to like use dynamite and all that stuff. He used to be a coal miner as well. Interesting stuff. Thought you guys should know that. You know, whatever. I don't know what you're going to do with that useless piece of information, but there you have it. Maybe one of you is a certified in blowing shit up too. In which case, we have nothing in common except that we both know somebody who can do that. Anyway, fresh fruit. Delicious. Alright, so we're going back to Port Marge. Or Marge, I can't remember. And I guess we want to explore the whole island. Let's go down here, see what's what. We're not in a rush. At least I don't think we're in a rush. I mean, what am I going to do? How am I going to stop Aethys, right? And who knows, maybe they'll be -2 daily wage. Somebody taking my money? I haven't signed any contracts to hire anybody. A solitary rice farm. It looks bountiful enough to welcome trade. Oh. Well then. Ah. Interesting. Looks like there's some wreckage there. I don't think that's what it's called. It has a name. I can't remember what that name would be, though. Floating crates. Yeah, we are slow. We need to get some horses or something. Oh, I probably need a boat. That was a waste of time. Plus, yeah, leading people on wild goose chases. Chinks. I can't speak anymore. Alright. Before we go back to the port, let's just double check over here. See anything. Burial site. Wana tribes traditionally heap their dead onto pyres or give their bodies to the deep sea, but mounds like these suggest that rangas of honor, wealth, and distinction were buried nearby. You come upon an ancient site once used for sky burials. On a large stone slab is a scattering of old kith bones and a collection of urns of various sizes. Search the location. You take some time to search the burial site. 4 hours pass. And find an offering of coins near the remains. 72 Azata Nui shells. Keep searching. We find a quarterstaff. Keep searching. 33. Keep searching. Scroll of blessing. And that's it. Okay, yeah, you know. We're well known for our grave robbing, so it's not a surprise. Alright, and we just wasted like 3 days. But, you know, it's okay. I hope. Back to the harbor, to Governor Clario's estate. Watch how quick this loading screen is going to be now. Aha! Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay. Mr. Clario. I'm back.
What can I do for you?
I have information for you about the dig site.
At last, Belfetto, tell me, please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know.
I saw the same destruction Aethys wreaked on Cadnua. Odorisi is dead, along with most of your animancers. I'm sorry. Some of your animancers made it, but I'm afraid Odorisi was killed when Aethys arrived. Aethys killed everyone there, and he'll keep doing it. I have to find him. I saw the same destruction.
I see. And the work? Odorisi's notes? Was there nothing of his research?
Clario's gaze searches yours with almost feverish anticipation. I found these.
You did. Gods be kind.
Clario takes the bundled notes from you with barely restrained urgency. Within moments, he's flipping through the papers, his eyes sweeping back and forth across the pages. I forgot to read the notes. Can I have those back, Clario?
Belfetto! Belfetto! We are saved!
Or did I not forget to read them? It's been a few days since I played. I can't remember. Clario lets out a relieved, almost giddy laugh, looking up at you with a toothy grin. A grin he hides soon after, beneath a cough and a look of some regret.
That is, Odorice's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing.
Oh, of course, yes. He folds the papers once again and sets his hands over them protectively.
You say this is all the work of the Titan, of Aeotis, and you still insist on looking for him? He destroyed your ship, killed my people. Would it not make more sense to sail to the far side of the world and away from all this?
Yeah, it would make sense. But all my life I have sought guidance from the gods. This is the god of light we're talking about. I don't have a choice. All my life I have sought guidance from the gods, and now I'm getting entirely too much of it.
Back. I do not doubt your faith. I only fear you will cut that life short.
Clario, I need your help. Aeothis is looking for Audra pillars like the one in the arena. Aeothis is using the Audra pillars as an energy source. If I can find more, I can find him. I think Aeothis is after Audra pillars. I'm gonna go with the intelligence one.
Merla. He will ravage every outpost in the Deadfire. That Adra is why we are here. Why everyone is here, in truth. The Valiant Trading Company, the Royal Deadfire Company, countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Nekataka. Queen Onekaza II rules there at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first.
Nekataka. I've already read this. The great and ancient city of Nekataka is so old that its foundations are said to predate the Great Hawana Cataclysm. Yeah, we've read that.
The Queen knows every Adra vein of worth in the Deadfire. I'm certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you at all.
I mean, I am pretty famous, I think. At least in the Deerwood, I am. Then that's where I'm going next. Who are the Kahanga? Is that unlikely? You promised to help me. Nothing will stop me. Is that unlikely?
Nekataka harbors many foreigners, but they count upon a small army of diplomats and emissaries to buy passage with words or coin. You have no one but yourself. That silver tongue of yours will be put to the test.
Don't you dare talk about my tongue. Then that's where I'm going next. You promised to help me. Nothing will stop me. You promised to help me.
I have not forgotten. We will get you to Nekataka.
Well, thank you.
And for that, you need your ship. I'll arrange it with Ikawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need. Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart.
Thank you for your help. Finally, I'll be glad to be rid of this place. Farewell. I don't like this place, to be honest. Thank you for your help.
Bompiaco. It is only right. After all you have done for me. I won't keep you further. You have a long and very strange journey ahead. Some advice. After you have had your audience with the Queen, seek out the Valiant Trading Company. They make their headquarters in Nekataka, and the company always appreciates a good head.
I'll keep that in mind. Level up! Nice. Go ahead and do that now. We are now level 5. Perfect. Explosives at 4 and religion at 6. If I respec. No. I was gonna ask you if I respec, can I allocate those skills and stuff to where I want them to be, but that's very unlikely to be how it works. And we have level 3 spells now. Just going off of what I remember being good stuff. This was a good one. A good blessing. Friendly AoE of Aware, plus 5 perception. What does this one give? plus 5 perception as well. This one gives... and 50% of grazes converted to hits, and lasts for 5 rounds, where this one lasts for 3. So it is just a straight up better version of this. So you would never... Well, I think the difference... Another difference is a smaller radius. If it's like the first game, yeah. This was always a really powerful spell. The range on it's the main problem. But it was a really good spell. This was awesome if I was playing a melee priest. Because it puts like a little... Well, you can see it in the image there. Puts a little healing circle around you that does healing over time to people standing in it. Which is nice. What's this one? Prayer for the Spear. I don't remember this one. Grants Smart. For 10 rounds. Plus 5 intellect. That could be a good buff for like, Aloth. I might get that. Emanates a magical seal that explodes in a burst of electrical energy when an enemy comes into contact with it, inflicting shock damage and interrupting. That's pretty good too. What's this one? Despondent Blows. It's a faux AoE. Nagging doubt in the face of unbreakable faith consumes enemies in the area of effect, lowering their melee accuracy and downgrading their critical hits to hits. How long does it last for? 5 rounds? What's the radius? It's a very small radius. I'm between these 3. I can only get 2 of them. I'm gonna go with Prayer for the Spirit. And I think we are going to get this one. I feel like, because I barely used the seals and the traps in the first game, I think a lot of that has to do with me not being very good at real-time combat. Whereas in this, turn-based, I can maybe be a little bit more tactical about how I fight. But a big maybe on that, because, well, you know. I also got Ray of Fire. Ooh, creates a scorching stream of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. Wait a minute. So one of the reasons why I was thinking about warding seals because I wanted another damage dealing thing. But if we get this, maybe we want another buff. Nah, we'll keep what we have. Also because this requires me to position myself in a certain way. It's a little bit more tricky to use. There we go. A deer. Athletics and survival. And so last level we got fighting stance and probably this, right? Weapon shield. What's the other things we got? 2 weapon style, 1 weapon. Confident aim steadies the fighter's arm, allowing them to convert grazes to hits on any attacks made with a proficient weapon. 30%. Okay. A little misleading. Determination. The fighter gains bonus defense against intellect, perception, and constitution afflictions. Both of those are really good, I feel like. Into the Fray. That's an interesting one. For the rogue talents... So dirty fighting. The rogue employs a variety of underhanded tactics, turning some hits into crits. Or we could get something from here. Blinding Strike could be really good, but I think we're going to get... Ooh, I don't know. I think we're all going to get Blinding Strike. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Yeah, because he'll be... 9 times out of 10, he'll be targeting the most dangerous enemy. And if he can blind them, then that'll be useful as a tank. Alchemy and Metaphysics. Monk or priest stuff. So you're gonna get Withdrawal, it looks like. Or you already had Withdrawal, probably. Clarity of Agony. Through pain, the monk is able to cleanse their body, reducing the duration of incoming and existing hostile effects. That's not a bad one. I'm not really feeling it. I can move further. That could be good. I guess you would be a sword and shield person, right? Grants a bonus to all defenses against disengagement. That could be good. Allows the monk to gain wounds when receiving damage. Lesser wounds. Lower the monk's wound threshold, allowing them to gain wounds at a faster rate. Ooh, that could be good. What's this one? The monk immediately inflicts raw damage on... Okay, that just gives me wounds. Or do we want to get another priest spell? Perhaps something like that? Or maybe this? Gives resolute. I think that makes sense for a monk, doesn't it? Let's get that. She'll have like the little AoE buffs. AoE burst buffs. Alright, Alothiar last. Certainly not least. Arcana and Insight. And new power level unlocks. We have level 3 spells now. The couple that are already in our Grimoire. Manoleta's Bounding Missile, which is one of my favorites in the last game. Fireball. Where's my really favorite spell? Is it still here? I don't see it. They might have gotten rid of it because it was so good. It was like a blue fireball that paralyzed and did massive damage, and it was a low-level spell that I could use over and over again. It was grand. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe we want to just get a regular fireball then. That'd be good AoE. This is an AoE too, but this is more like a clump AoE, which is nice. Draining touch. Don't want you touching people. Transmutations and transmutations. I don't want transmutations. Illusion. I do think he makes more sense as a lightning person, but we don't even have that spell, so no reason to get that. Expose vulnerabilities. Foe AoE. Bears the enemy's combat vulnerabilities for all to see, interrupting them, as well as reducing their armor rating and deflection. Ooh, that's good. I think we're going to get boom and boom. Nice and simple. This one's not bad either, though. But this would require me to take notice of their beneficial effects, and that's not something I do. So, there we go. Good.
Yes?
Let us... Do you have anything new to say? Nope. Sounds as if you had a narrow escape. The pirates have been bold of late. Sure have been. What's up with that? Okay. Well, I guess we'll go to the beach. We have nothing else to do. Trying to think of if we need to talk to anybody else, but I don't think so. Not to my knowledge. The only thing I can think of is going back to the Juana chief. See if they have anything new to say. Maybe doing everything I've done has triggered something, but I don't know if it's worth going back there at the moment. And I have no real reason to suspect that she would have something for us. I don't think she ever said we needed to come back and see her. Oh, what the hell? Why not? The gods aren't in a hurry, so we can just take our time, right, and waste time. I apologize if you guys hear me yawning. I'm really tired. Kitty. Oh, it's a little Gasha, right? Is that its name? Can't remember. Hello.
May Amira's winds blow sweet.
I guess you and the governor don't really get along.
Better than it may seem. Clario can be reasoned with, especially if one approaches him with coin in their pocket. He is not a cruel man. I suspect he might even enjoy life on the island if he were free of his masters.
Mm-hmm. I thought you should know that I found some Juana at the dig site. They were killed when Aothas arrived.
I see. Governor Clario would call it superstition. I know you speak truth. Are there worse omens than to hear that the god of rebirth has brought death upon your people?
Probably not.
I thank you for delivering this news. I will tell their families, and we will mourn them together. But you will journey on, into the god's wake. I wish you luck, outsider. There are enough Mataru here to defend the village. You are safe.
Very well. Well, I'm glad we came back. That was a nice little bit of dialogue we got for doing that. I approve. Leave. And now we have to go back to our beach, right? I believe. I don't know of any other beach. I think that means we're probably getting ready to get off of Newbie Island here. Damn, we are slow. There we go. Velario's Rest. I wonder who our final companion's going to be. And maybe we won't keep Jyoti, but we're definitely keeping Adir and Aloth. They were boys.
Good, you are here. Clario has made good on his promise. We are making ready to free your ship.
Hikawa gestures toward your vessel, where a motley group of Huana and Valian workers race to and fro.
I say still that you are fortunate. The ship was nearly lost, but it will float.
Yay.
For how long, I cannot say.
No.
You will wish to find a friendly port with some speed, I think.
Do you know where Nekataka is?
So you will go to the great Kahanga city as well. You must sail north for some time, and then a little east. Take care in Nekataka, outsider. It will close its jaws around you, and you will never notice.
That's okay. I've broken out of jaws before.
Come, we will see your defiant out to sea.
Alright. Are you sure it's seaworthy? I mean... Okay, 2 blessings gained. I don't know what that means. A sailor's life. Achievement has been earned. You've received a curious message from Harbinger Vatnir. Wax-sealed letter. Quest item. This missive, written in what looks like dried blood on a slice of tanned leather, came to you rolled and sealed with the mark of the Aurochs. The lettering, spidery and sharp, suggests the sender may have been shivering as they composed it. Most glorious Watcher of Kanua, I cordially invite you to a feast to be held in your honor. A community of like minds has congregated at Harbinger's Watch, a small outpost located in the southern Deadfire Sea. To witness the dead flow's rapid expansion. Soon ice shall consume all, and Rimergon's domain over dead Aora will be unchallenged. We eagerly anticipate hosting your magnificence. With admiration for your many accomplishments, Vatnir, High Harbinger of Dusk. Well, Vatnir?
We should address the matter of our ship's resources before we get underway.
Ammunition supply gained 8, medicine 12, repair 7, and Irina was injured. Oh no!
It saddens me to inform you that we lost several crew and most of our provisions during the storm.
Yeah, I know.
However, Port Margé appears to be well supplied, and I expect the recent disaster has left several sailors in want of a ship.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
I suggest we contract for additional supplies and crew before we return to open water, or our voyage may indeed be a short one.
Very well. Sounds like a plan. Injured crew, ship-to-ship combat. In Deadfire, not every ship on the sea is friendly. Hostile ships can attempt to engage you in ship-to-ship combat. During ship-to-ship combat, distance and orientation to the enemy are vital to your success. Distance determines if the enemy is in range of your cannons, or if you are in range of theirs. Orientation determines what cannons, if any, you can fire, as well as how easily your ship may be hit. Turning your side to the enemy may allow you to fire the most cannons, but it makes you an easier target. Each ship must maintain its sails and hull. Damaged sails limit the speed of a ship. If a hull is destroyed, the ship will sink. A ship's cannons are also limited by how much ammunition the ship is carrying. When two ships get close to each other, they can board or ram. Boarding locks the two ships together and transitions to a deck-to-deck fight between the two ships' crews. A ramming attack does damage to the hull of both ships. If one does not sink, the battle transitions to a deck-to-deck battle. Once you have victoriously sunk the other ship or defeated them in deck-to-deck combat, you can plunder what remains. Plunder typically includes ship resources, treasure, and occasionally the unique triumph of a noteworthy enemy captain. Coins can be shared with the crew to improve morale, and triumphs are always flown from your ship's rigging. Nice. Okay, well, first things first, I'm gonna get those supplies here. And how do I heal my crew? Captain Ferranetti, Gentleman of Leisure, Yao, Principi Sin Petrina. Okay, I'm so worried about that ship. I don't even know what happened. Are we friend? Uh-oh. Are we friends or foe? As the Defiant leaves Port Maje behind, well, actually I was headed there, you casually observe dozens of other ships coming and going, mostly fishing and trade vessels. One craft stands out, an imposing dhow, replete with cannons, crests into view across the Defiant's starboard bow. The flag raised high atop its sails signifies a wish to parley. However, the dhow approaches at an aggressive speed, suggesting that it may not be easily turned away. Attempt to outrun the dhow? Let's attempt to outrun it. The distance closes quickly, and soon the massive dhow's hull rolls on the waves beside your ship. Boarding planks emerge and are quickly cast onto your ship, along with shouts from its crew, notifying you that their captain will be boarded. Several well-armed men cross the planks, their eyes watching every inch of your ship. The crowd parts open to make way for their captain. A tall, well-dressed man, he peers at you with one impeccably groomed eyebrow raised. Following behind the captain, and in stark contrast, strides an unkempt Orlan. A pair of pistol grips protrude from his belt, and he casually twirls a stocky firearm round his index finger. His shaggy face, framed by long cobalt blue hair and a wildly braided cerulean beard, makes the crooked smirk he directs at you seem almost sinister. Okay.
Watercadno. On behalf of the Principi Sen Patrina, I must request we meet in parley.
The broad-shouldered captain up-tilts his chin in greeting. When he smiles, his left cheek divots a shallow dimple. Responding to the collapse of Grand Avalia, 2720 to 2760 AI, noble families packed up their houses and sailed aboard or abroad, seeking opportunities away from the shadow of their homeland. Over time, their old world traditions evolved into a new identity as the Principi Sin Petrina, the princes without a homeland, a loosely connected and regulated organization of pirates. Comforting. You couldn't have asked before you boarded my ship uninvited. You have my attention. Request denied. Now get off my ship. You have my attention.
Agrasima. I will make this quick.
He flourishes a courtly bow.
I have heard some marvelous tales regarding your ventures in the Deerwood.
Yep, they're all true.
In fact, you are the first dragon slayer I have ever met, outside of a grave.
Yeah, well, did they tell you I slew 3 dragons? One of them was made completely of Audra?
Some fools would seek to make a fortune by pilfering from one such as you.
Yeah, well, I am in a weakened state, so you could probably do it if you wanted.
I take it he is not one of those fools. Perhaps we should listen.
Adolf crosses his arms, cautious but curious. Under the captain's words, you hear a faint but insistent buzzing. It blooms, overwhelming Ferrante's voice, drowning out all else around you. No one else seems to notice. A vision, thunder cracks between your ears, and you glimpse a different sun-shod sea behind your eyes. Fight against it? You shudder your mind, reinforcing your inner self, rejecting the invading spirit. The vision passes, leaving you blinking on the deck of the Defiant, looking into Ferrante's face. He raises an eyebrow.
I believe you have met such a fool. Captain Benweth of the Drake.
Despite the gravity of his words, he smiles grandly, and the dimple cuts deeper into his left cheek. I know his cipher's handiwork when I feel it. Tell yours to stay out of my head. I remember the Drake. You say this Captain Benwith is the one who attacked me? Wait, who are the Principes and Petrina? And your furry little companion happens to be... I know his cipher's handiwork when I feel it. The Blue Orland's mouth falls open.
Voxen of Ubilnik Merla. Careful, ship hunter. Mind that you do not confuse a useful skill set for a non-expendable one.
Ferrante glares at Serafen. The Orland steps back, blinking away the rebuke, and peers at you, probing. His yellow-green eyes narrow, unfocused, as if trying to remember something. Then the captain turns a warm smile back to you. You little fox shit. Oh, that's actually kind of racist, isn't it? I laughed. I'm not really thinking about who he was talking to.
My apologies. Rest assured, it will not happen again.
Apologies, Captain. Didn't mean it, really. We're up all night, you know, searching out our friend here.
Now, I'm not super familiar with Orlan bases. Let's put it that way. But, I mean, in the Splash Arc, there is a Blue Orlan. And there is a Blue Orlan here. And how many Blue Orlans can there be?
You've been at sea a while. Your mind starts playing tricks on you, eh? Well, mine plays tricks on others, too. But usually don't mean much. Maybe see a bit of shadow, hear a bit of tune. Not unless a person's sensitive. Like, say, a watcher.
He winks. I remember the Drake.
Gelarde. Then that should make this easy. I am keen to show my rascal of a compatriot some much-needed humility. I thought perhaps you may care to as well.
For aunties, do my job for me, friend. Hope you don't die in the effort.
The rogue words flit through your thoughts like darters. Not quite your own, but not entirely unlike your own either. Remarked their fine Captain Benwith. Say I wanted to teach him a lesson. If Benwith is one of your own, shouldn't you take responsibility for his actions? Why is this of any concern to me? If he's one of your own.
Benweth is no captain of mine, Imika. It is not beneath my flag his Drake sails. Yet I do seek to temper his actions when they would endanger the Principe altogether.
Does he have, like, yellow eyes? Can't really tell. They might just be, like, a light brown. Or maybe like a green. A little difficult to see. But if it's yellow, it kind of... Maybe he's a witcher. Where might I find Captain Benwith? Say I wanted to teach him a lesson. Is this of any concern to me? How has Benwith endangered the Principe?
Are you saying if we rile you, you will pose no threat to us? Così, pardon if I do not believe you, Dragon Slayer.
What did I say? I thought I said... I don't know. The captain chuckles, fingers rubbing the frilled collar around his throat.
Word of Benweth's thread on the Defiant will spread throughout the Deadfire. More fools will seek to prey upon you. I would suggest you stave off all others by making an example of Benweth.
But I thought you were going to show Benwith some humility.
Gelarde, but I am, through you.
He smiles wider, and the dimples cut deeper into his cheeks.
It is you Benweth has insulted, Imika. You he has invited aggression against. Burn and sink him. It will cause the Principe to revere you.
I don't work for free? Where might I find Captain Benwith? I wanted to teach him a lesson. This isn't just about me, though, is it? If I'm to do you a favor, I want a boon for it. The good humor wipes from his face.
I suppose I should expect as much from a woman once employed by the Dazits.
Yeah. I don't know what that has anything to do with it, but sure, buddy.
Of course, Amika. Work with me, and I will weight your pockets with gold. When you have dealt with my problem, I will prepare a fine welcome for you at my port. Now, a tip for you.
His smile returns twofold, and he nods amicably.
Benweth's Drake took damage during the storm. Eventually, he will need to dock for repairs, and when he does, Serafen can find him for you.
Ferrante flourishes a hand toward the Orlin at his side.
He is rather an unrefined creature, but he is a most skilled ship hunter, I assure you.
Unrefined? Begging your pardon, Captain, but I'd be the fucking model of the Gentleman of Fortune. As for Benweth, that sucker of squid tits be as predictable as the tide. I'd wager all my furriest bits that he'd set sail for Deadlight.
Sucker of squid tits.
That would be felicitous indeed, as I believe the traitor Remaro hides there as well. I quite enjoy killing 2 men with a single bullet.
Yeah, everybody uses me as a tool. You, the gods, the dozens, everybody.
Wouldn't have even thought of it if you hadn't brought it up, sir.
You feel a surge of anger that's not your own. Serafen spins toward you, bows again.
Now, I ain't hardly in any hurry to leave the fine company of the Gentlemen of Leisure, but the captain be right about me finding your mark. Adding to that, you sail into Fort Deadlight not knowing your innies from your outies, you might very well find the locals cannon fucking your boat to sodden splinters.
He grins broadly. I wouldn't want them to cannon fuck my boat. I like my boat. I just got it out into the water. Why loan me your best ship hunter? Are you two finished? What can you do for me? Why loan me your best ship hunter?
What venture does not require an investment to be prosperous? Serafen is an allowance, which I expect you will return. In one payment or another.
What can you do for me?
Are you asking aside from my vaunted ship hunting abilities, self-evident manners, and encyclopedic know-how of all things piratical?
Teeth glint between the curves of his smile. Color rises in Allah's cheeks. He shakes his head. Yes, aside from the obvious.
Well, there'll be me knowing my way around Fort Deadlight, so named on account of it being a fortress and all. I got my contacts inside, and I'll be half handy with a gun if shit goes belly up.
Well, I'm the gunman here, so...
Adding to that, I'll be right easy on the eyes, or so the lasses tell me.
He raises his eyebrow in 2 quick bumps. I'm sure they're just being kind. He's a good-looking Orlin, right? Like, I don't know. I suppose. I don't know. I wish there was a third option here. I don't really like... This one's kind of insulting. Like, we're just putting him down. Like, why can't we just, like... In this one, I don't know. It feels like it's a bit... obvious, maybe? I kind of want just something that's, like... We don't want to put him down, but we don't want to show, like, we're that interested. Let's do this one as if we're teasing him a bit.
Oh, you verily wound me,
Good,
madam.
I'm glad he took it like that. He chuckles, however.
As you see, Serafen is both insufferable and marvelously useful.
Seems like you're eager to join me.
And who wouldn't be salivating to show a Valian such as yourself the rigging?
Oh, Valian. Oh, yeah. That's right. I am an old Valian. I know there's something you're not telling me.
Aye, there's boat holds I ain't telling you, Watcher. I ain't telling you about the lass I have back on Deadlight. Ain't telling you what we did or didn't do last time I seen her, neither. Certainly ain't telling you about the secret pirate handshake that'll get you in the door.
Ferrante shakes his head, but his smile widens into a serene grin. Welcome aboard, Serafen.
Oh, you won't be regretting this, Watcher. At least so long as you keep us heavy in grog and light on the onions. Ugh, them dirty shit apples ain't never agreed with me, and I'll be suspecting they never will.
Get off my boat. Get. We only eat onions on this boat. Only onion lovers. He pats his belly as he strides to your side.
He's not sleeping near my berth, I promise you that much.
Sleeping right next to you, Allah.
I sail now for Dunwich, my own safe port. I will await you there, should you be successful in schooling our wayward captain.
Okay. So Cypher with a subclass of Wild Mind, a Barbarian, or a Witch. I think we're going to keep him as a pure Cypher, mainly because we've never really played with a Cypher. I mean, we had the Grieving Mother for a split second, but that was at the end of the game when we were already at max level. I didn't really understand how to use them. And they seem like a pretty unique class, so I'd like to try them out. So we're going to keep him as a Cypher. And we now have a full party, which means that the next time we meet a companion, we're going to have a choice to make, which sucks. Okay. Can I get to your character sheet here? How do I level you up? Maybe I can't level you up yet. Oh, no, that's an injury, right? Oh, wait. Are they talking about Edir's injury? Or is it... I don't know. What is this? Assail health. Hull health. Okay, we're just going for, like, supplies, right? Abandoned village there. I like this. It's kind of nice. -1 morale from water and hardtack. Okay. Supply. What do we need? Guess we can get rid of all this shit. We'll keep the grimoire because we might want to copy that stuff, but everything else can go. Get out of here. We need the money. Yeah, all of y'all get out of here. Okay. So trade that, and I don't really know. Can I get like some information on these? The lumber, nails, tar, and cottage tools necessary to work them, used by deckhands to maintain and repair your ship. Well, how many of those do we need? 11? This is 110. How much money? Here, a ton of money. Why did it go by 11? Can I only have 11? Yes, okay. Refill ship supplies. Oh, add to cart. Trade? There we go. That's what we want. Perfect. Purchase supplies for your ship. Basic provisions, task completed. Let's take a look at our journal here. So, the Lantern of Gone is getting closer. Blow the man down. Sail to Fort Deadlight. Or the Veins of Aora. Reach the city of Nekataka. Can I see where these places are at? There's Nekataka. And there is... not what we're looking for. So Fort Deadlight's actually pretty close. So maybe we should go there first. Oh, we can see it. Let's go there. Let's go get our revenge real quick. We're out on the high seas here. Ooh. Medical supplies. We can keep going in this direction. We should hit it eventually, right? A shipwreck. A shipwreck huddles in the crashing surf. Its splintered beams rising like ribs from the water. The wreck appears abandoned. Sift through it. Ammunition supplies. Money. And that's it. Okay. Is that it right there? Fort Deadlight. Let's check it out. Through the distant haze of sea mist and rocky shadows, Fort Deadlight rises over the horizon. Approaching a pirate stronghold is a risky venture, even for the most skilled mariners. There we go. Any ship not flying a Principi flag, not sighted in Deadlight's shallows, may be raided. Why didn't that guy give us a flag? Guess it'd be kind of maybe against his code, but would have been helpful. Abaddon's iron scrote cap. Them guns be even bigger than I remember. Serafen looks up at the fortress from the deck and inhales through his teeth. I can be vouchsafing About okay. You with the guards. If you can be getting us to the dock. Oh my god. If you can be getting us to dock without being blasted to bits thrice over. Otherwise, I'd be recommending the sneakiest approach you got. Row to the shore on a skiff under the cover of night. Assault Fort Deadlight. Row to shore. Sunlight glints sharply on the many points of the choppy, undulating sea, like a shattered mirror spread out for miles. Drop anchor, you instruct your ship hands, and ready the skiff. We row for shore at nightfall. Waves slap at the sides of your skiff. The only sounds aside from the occasional grunt of exertion as you stealthily row to the island's shore under the shroud of darkness. Results: 9 hours pass. You stow your skiff in the shadows of the towering walls and creep forward in search of a way into the fort. Okay. New zone, new island. I don't know. So this looks like Pelagina, maybe. And then we have the Amo with a gun. So if there's only 2 more companions to get, I guess we're going to be picking 2 more.
Hunt for a way in.
Okay. Let's go here. So you're going to go right here. And that's actually kind of perfect. Although, I don't know if we're the best group. We're not very tanky.
Oh. I shall.
You know, and I think, well, let's level you up. Oh, he does look kind of cool. I love Orlan. They're awesome. I think if Avowed gives us the option, assuming Avowed is an entirely new story and we won't be playing Klessia again, I think we might play as an Orlan. I think they look awesome. I really do. Anyway, what do we need? We need mechanics. That's what we need. And you are good at mechanics, so you are mechanics. And the other thing, bluff maybe? Or streetwise. I think we might go streetwise. We're not gonna bluff very often. I mean, unless he bluffs on his own. But Klessia would never plan for him to bluff, so I think streetwise would be more useful to us. We already have someone in insight and metaphysics. So I know this is technically not as strong as the other ones, but we're going to go with streetwise. And his cipher abilities. Okay, so ciphers. He's already got Tenuous Grasp. A foe target, shaken confused for 3 rounds, assails the target's grasp on reality, causing shaken, which -5 resolve, and -3 all power levels, and confused, -5 intellect, and attacks hit friendly and hostile characters for 3 rounds. That's pretty decent. Oh, and that's the only one he's got, right? He's got these. What are these? Wild Mind. So this is a subclass, right? Effects self. Chance for random wild surge effect on Cypher spellcast. A Cypher who developed their powers without formal training, never learning to properly focus their energy. The Wild Mind is capable of violent surges of fantastic power that manifests in unpredictable ways. Bonus. Cypher spells have a chance to trigger an unexpected effect. This can manifest in spectacular ways, often, but not always, aiding the party. Penalty. Sometimes Wild Mind manifestations can cause undesirable effects. So that's very much like, is it 5e? I think it's 5e. As like wild magic for like sorcerers. I think it's 5e. It's been a while since, well, I guess it hasn't really been that long since I played 5e, but it's been long enough. Anyway, what is this one? I really like that though. That's really cool. I love it. I love the chaoticness of it. Soul Whip. Self 20% damage with weapons. Causes the Cypher's weapons to generate a field of parasitic energy that lashes out at the target, increasing damage inflicted and generating focus for the Cypher. Okay, so what do we want? An extra slot. Can get monastic training. penetrating vision increases the penetration of Cypher's spells. That sounds nice. Increases the duration of afflictions caused by Cyphers. That also sounds nice. The Cypher's sense of self is much stronger than most, granting them a bonus to will. I kind of like getting these passive bonuses. Sound really nice. We got Soul Shock. It's a foe AoE. Briefly transforms the outer shell of an allied target's soul into energy, releasing an electrical burst around them. Enemies standing in the area around the target take shock damage. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. That's foe AoE. Yeah, it's foe specific. We've got Eye Strike, so that's a blind. We don't need a blind, we have one. Anti-pathetic field. Creates a toxic physical manifestation of the mutual antipathy between the Cypher and their enemy target. Enemies caught in the path between the two will suffer corrosive damage. It's a beam, so that could hit us too, right? Mind Wave. Foe target and foe AoE. The Cypher violently lashes out at an enemy, dealing raw damage and generating a cone of concussive force behind the target. Neat. Whisper of Treason. Charm. The Cypher bends the mind of the enemy to their will, charming them for the duration. -5 intellect. Alliance flipped cannot use active abilities. Or Valorous Echoes. Strong, insightful. Wow, that just does both of our priest buffs with one. The Cypher brings echoes of an ally's past lives to the surface, inspiring the ally to greater feats of heroism. Provides strong and insightful inspirations. I think we're gonna go with that. That one, I like it. I do like the passive ones too, but I imagine we'll get those later. Maybe. Probably. Mechanics and Streetwise. Already at level 3, right? So we got a new power level here. We can increase Soul Whip. Which probably be a good one to get, right? We can get Biting Whip. Upgraded from Soul Whip, plus 30% damage. The Cypher's Soul Whip bites deeper, granting a greater bonus to damage. I like that. Or 100% increase the focus gain. I like that. Let's get that. Can we get both of them? No, we can only get one. Fair, I suppose. And Recall Agony. 30% of received damage is reapplied as raw damage for 2 rounds. Causes the target to relive the psychic trauma of an injury moments after receiving it, experiencing the damage all over again. That's kind of cool. Mind Blades. Co-opt the target's essence, generating a slashing blade of force that attacks them before leaping to additional targets. That sounds really cool too. Doesn't seem like it does a lot of damage, but it's cool. Phantom Foes. Invades the minds of targets in the area of effect, causing them to believe they are surrounded by phantom foes, leaving them flanked for the duration. I do like that. It's got a big radius on it too. Amplified Thrust. Bounces psychic energy harmlessly off an allied target and onto the closest nearby enemy, causing pierce damage and violently pushing them backwards. Cool, cool. I just realized he's a ranged character, isn't he? He uses guns. Vampiric Shield. Steadfast for 3 rounds on stealth and -10 resolve to the target. The Cypher uses the target's strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to gain the steadfast inspiration. And last but not least, Mental Binding. Overwhelms the target's mental ability to communicate with its own body, paralyzing it and causing its soul to emit shock waves that can leave nearby enemies immobilized. I think we are going to get... I don't actually know. Maybe Amplified Thrust. Amplified Thrust. What... Can we see my proficient weapons? And obviously you've got the blunderbuss, it looks like, and an axe. Are you dual wielding? That'd be kind of cool. I'm okay with that. Those two. And now we're going to get penetrating vision, as well as lingering echoes. Wait. Oh, we can only get one. Yeah. Let's get the penetrating one. So yeah, you are good at blunderbuss and battle axe. Okay. Well, let's also get you good at a slashing weapon. Wait, axe is probably slashing, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're fine with that. Let's get you a blunt weapon then. Maybe a mace, a club. You seem like a club kind of guy. Or maybe a flail. Yeah, flails sound fun. There you go. And one more level, I believe. Gets you to level 3. Okay. We've got Ectopsychic Echo. Ectopsychic Echo generates a rebounding wave of psychic feedback between the Cypher and an ally that causes crush damage to enemies caught in between. Well, that's kind of cool. Fractured Volition violates an enemy's memories to bring vivid recollections of past failures to the surface, leaving the target hobbled and weakened and severely depressed. Puppet Master. Ooh, dominate for 2 rounds. Destroys a target's psychic defenses, leaving them dominated by the Cypher for the duration. That could be a really good one. Secret Horrors. Causes enemies in the area of effect to believe their worst fears have been realized, frightening and sickening them for the duration. Soul Ignition. Forces an enemy's soul to leak energy, igniting the air around them and burning them over time. Sounds painful. And Pain Link. Mentally links an ally to those around them, forcing attackers to experience a portion of all damage the ally suffers. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Psychic Backlash. Attacker stunned for 1 round, invokes a retaliatory strike, stunning an enemy whenever they target the Cypher's will defense. Hammering Thoughts. The Cypher is able to use the Echoes of Time to drive home strikes from their weapon, increasing their penetration. Is that what this was? That was for spells, okay. Combat Focus. Gain concentration. Bear's Fortitude. Okay. That was... yeah, okay. I kind of like this for one of ours, and then Dominate for the other one. I like those two. And there we go.